And we just watched the Tenet trailer 2, and we just have some thoughts right after viewing it.
My mind is
Um,
blown.
what do you think about it,
I
Savino?
mean, my mind is spaghetti. Um, it's it's so hard to wrap your head around how like certain
Yeah,
things go backwards, certain things go like he is going forward as far as I can tell, but things around him go backwards.
yeah.
It's
Well,
different.
the thing is that I think that what this is what makes Christopher Nolan's movies and like trailers so good is that like they get you just enough for you to be interested, but they don't fully explain everything, you know. So you're still like wondering how the hell any of this works, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But they still give you some glimpse at the story of like, you know, the gun with like the bullets like going back into like the gun, you know, like reversing the bullets fired. Like and it talks about like him being able to like sort of like talk to the future, and
Mm.
that part of his ability is like he has to know like kind of like what he's like doing or like what's gonna happen, and
So
like
weird.
it's just really interesting, weird. Like that's what makes Christopher Nolan's movies so good. It's just like they're so innovative, like they're so like there's so much thought and creativity
You
into
know,
his
I only watched
movies.
Inception like 2 months ago.
Yeah, but like
It's crazy.
think
It
about
was good though.
Inception.
Yeah.
Like how do you possibly like think of stuff like that? You know,
But okay, let's go.
like
Okay, so I'm gonna go
yeah,
through it real quick. So we have the boats going backwards. I don't. All right,
and
they're
like
going backwards. They're just in reverse, I guess.
mm-hmm.
Um, but like it reverse time. Oh my god. Okay. They're walking through a cafeteria. Looks like somebody gets into a car. Yeah. Okay. The part with like the bungee stuff, where they're like attached to the wall. Is that backwards? Is it as if like
I
the?
don't
I
know.
think it's is that supposed to
I don't
signify like the
believe
vests
so.
fell, and then
I
they got
think
into them and now they're going back up.
I think they're really showing the backwards part is when like it starts with the gun, you know. I think that's
But
just
like
like
they
them like
get
kind of like showing it off.
so like they get flung up. It doesn't. Okay, maybe
I
it is.
think that's just for us having to like when we watch the movie
God.
and
Okay.
see what like what's actually gonna happen, you
Okay.
know.
So did. Okay, the part where he's in the lab, did he at some point drop this thing in there and then now he's able to pick it up? That's weird.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Or
part,
is he just like
like an
has powers
interesting
to
like.
levitate things?
I mean, well maybe I don't even know because
Maybe.
it's not like he's like reversing all of time itself. It's just like a certain thing, you know.
It's like he
So
picks
say
and chooses.
like with the cars moving, right?
Hmm.
There's like the one car crash, but like as
Oh,
the cars are
maybe.
continuing going forward, like the one car is going in like is like reversing time just
Hmm.
to fit like that part, you know, and then the car is completely fine while
Maybe.
the other two cars are still
Yeah,
going.
yeah. So he's just focusing on the little piece, and at some point
Yeah,
somebody dropped it in there, so he's just forcing that to go back in time where it moves back up into somebody's hand.
yeah. Cause
Okay, so
like,
it's very like localized, like you go back in time.
but the
That's
thing
that's interesting because like the
is
it's like the
like
same thing with the bullet. He just focuses on it, and then it just comes back. But he has to
the
know
when they
where.
do when they show the
That's weird.
scene though, like the police officer or like whoever guard is like firing the bullets, like they're going back to the same spot though. You know what I mean? Of
Which
like
scene?
where the guy like where like the soldier fires the bullets.
Mm.
You know, so like does he have to move them back in the same like area
So he pretty
or
much
like?
has to like shoot them into place, predict somebody's gonna go there, and then when they get between, he reverses it and it goes through him.
I mean, I don't
That
know.
seems
Like
really complicated. Why did you just shoot him?
this is like I
Because
mean it's just like
I think they really imply that with like the whole range, like the when they're shooting in the range, and he's like standing there with the gun, and then the bullet casing comes out of that little thing back into the
yeah,
gun, but the bullet goes straight back, like
yeah.
like he's just focusing on the bullet, and just like the casing and then the actual bullet itself. So,
I mean,
but would
there's
that mean
just so
he
much.
just recreated gunpowder? Hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Like, there's just so much things, so many like questions that we have. Like, there's also like them saying like, oh, like the future needs our help. You know, like what does that mean? You know, like how? Because it said like in
It's
the very
very
beginning that he was able to
ambiguous.
like talk to the future. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like there's just so many questions that we have.
Hmm.
But like, I I definitely think this movie is gonna deliver.
You're really gonna have to watch it and like to actually understand what the hell is happening.
I mean, yeah, I feel like you'll have to watch it multiple times. At least 2 times to really
I mean,
fully
if it's
get what's
anything like
going on.
Inception, you could probably get it the first time. But
I mean, but even then, there's still some stuff that like you need to watch a second
yeah,
time
but
to
just
really
like
like understand it.
the general overarching theme of
Because
it.
like Inception, like it keeps on going. It doesn't really hold your hand with like. I mean, they do explain it, but like it's fast. It's fast paced though. Like they'll explain one thing, they'll like keep on moving on and moving
I
on.
thought Inception was fairly straightforward. Um,
Yeah.
it was just dreams within a dream, and then each one gets like each one is slower because you're in a different. Like it made sense when they were doing it. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's gonna be the same thing where you're gonna see this like slow progression of things, and then towards the end it's just gonna hit like shit hits the fan, and then you're gonna realize, oh, this is how everything comes together.
Mhm.
Because now when
Yeah.
they kept talking like every so often they mention like going within a dream, like going deeper or something like that. And then even
Mhm.
like the first scene, like the first section of the movie is just them in a dream, and then coming out of that. Because
Yeah.
they had to make the next dream while in the first dream, and then like very complicated.
No, yeah. I mean, I definitely think Tenet will be. Um, it might even be more complicated than Inception. Like, we don't really
Mm-hmm.
know. Just because, like, I mean, this trailer is definitely very entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
like, but we just don't know enough to really, like, have, like, a full say of, like, what this movie is really gonna be about. No one does,
Yeah, it's just
you
time
know?
going backwards occasionally.
Yeah.
Uh,
But it's a very interesting concept, though.
mm-hmm. Hopefully they
One of the
explain
most.
it a lot more, because otherwise it seems like a very
Oh, yeah, I mean,
like
they definitely will,
fluid thing where
though.
it's like, well, it's just gonna go back in time now.
And like this is like them trying to prevent World War III.
No. They're trying to prevent something worse than Armageddon.
Well, no, but they
Remember?
said World War III though.
I know, but he's like, so I was trying to stop Armageddon. She's like, something worse.
Yeah,
So
but like,
looks interesting. I'll probably watch it.
yeah, I'll definitely keep my eye on this.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll release like another trailer.
I give this
Uh,
an 8 out of 10 for a trailer. Obviously.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
most definitely. Yeah, I would say that also.
Because just like an add-on to this, too many trailers pretty much show the entire movie now.
No, yeah, most
Like
definitely.
probably because they have no writing in it, and the only good parts are the
Yeah,
parts they put in the trailer.
no, yeah, they have to be very careful. That was the thing with the Bloodshot movie, the Vin Diesel. They showed the
Mm.
entire movie in the trailer.
Yeah,
They showed like the biggest twist in the trailer,
yeah.
and you're just like, okay,
There's been several movies where I go to the movie theater and I'm sitting down and this preview comes on, and it's like this 5 or 6 minute like either trailer or just literally just showing off the entire movie, and from start to end they have like they explain the entire movie, and I'm sitting there like, well, why would I even watch it? You told me everything that's gonna happen. Is she gonna
no,
die? Well,
yeah,
you really implied she's gonna die, so it's just yeah.
yeah,
They need more stuff like this where you're just sitting there, maybe not so confused, but also like interested, like because I want to go see it now to be like, well, what is this about?
yeah, no, exactly.
Rather than
And it's
oh, I
also,
get the concept, so I don't need to see it
yeah,
anymore.
and it's also being made by Christopher Nolan too.
Yeah.
You know,
So if it's
and
anything
he's
like
like such,
Inception, it's gonna be a pretty good movie.
yeah, like Inception, like Dark, the Dark Knight series, like those movies are absolutely outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely have very high hopes for this movie. I hope it delivers.
Yeah, should be good.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.